Hi, I'm John, the Answer Man. In this episode, you're going to learn how to lay tile like a pro. If you're watching this, I am assuming you have a spotlessly clean floor with sealed snap lines to keep your tile nice and straight. Before I go any further, I would like to say that I do not endorse any products used in my videos. They are for demonstration purposes only, so that you know what product to look for, not for any particular brand. Okay, let's continue. The first thing you do is mix your thinset. Always use clean water that is about 70 degrees and follow all directions. At this point, you should be wearing one of these to keep all those hazardous chemicals out of your lungs. A pair of heavy-duty gloves is also highly recommended. These chemicals you're working with have a very bad effect on your skin. If you want to at least triple the strength of your thinset, I recommend adding a hardening agent of about 1 part hardener to 2 parts of water. Use one of these attached to a super drill to mix your thinset. The proper consistency should be quite a bit thicker than pancake batter, but still thin enough to pour. You want to use the trowel on the left to apply the thinset to the floor. The trowel on the right is used for wall tiles and is well suited for ceramic tile adhesive. Do not use this for flooring applications, with the exception of linoleum. Getting back to mixing. Mix your thinset thoroughly so that it is absolutely smooth. Then let it rest for 10 minutes. This is called slaking, and it lets all the chemicals properly interact. After 10 minutes, remix the thinset and you're ready to set your first tile. When you apply your thinset, only apply enough for one tile at a time with a little overlap. Do not cross over your marking lines. This will take a little practice and finesse, but it is very important. How much to apply is a matter of practice, but if you keep your trowel at about a 30-degree angle, that should get you pretty close. Once you have laid the tile, tap it gently with a rubber mallet. If you hear a hollow sound, pull the tile up and start over, this time using a little more thinset. As you lay your tile, use a straight edge to prevent tiles that pop up or are sunk too deep. Don't be afraid to pull a tile up that's not perfect. The best tile setters I know do this. Here's another important tip. Keep a 5-gallon bucket of water on hand with a couple of sponges. You want to clean everything as you go, especially if you're using admix with your thinset. Once it hardens, it is very difficult to remove, so the rule is clean as you go. With the first tile set, I recommend you finish an entire line against whatever wall you started from. And don't forget to use spacers. Even the best tile layers use these little plastic gizmos because they make your job so much easier. Once you're satisfied that the first row of tile is perfect, remove all excess thinset up to the very edge of your first row, using the flat side of the trowel as a scraper. Let this first row dry for at least an hour. After an hour, you can get busy laying all the tiles you like. Once you have finished tiling the area, keep all foot traffic off of it for at least 12 hours. And to ensure proper adhesion and drying of thinset, do not grout for a minimum of 2 full days. Longer when in a high humidity area or a cold climate. If you followed all of my instructions, you should have a perfect tile job. And the next thing you do is grouting. But wait at least a couple days before you do that. Comments are always welcomed on this page, and I would like to thank you for watching. Have a great day.